Hello and welcome to the Magic Kingdom. I have a very special guest with me in person rather than via some kind of connectivity device. Hello and welcome, David Maruka, to the Disney Dream Girls.
Hi, Michelle. Nice to see you in person for a change.
In person, eating popcorn.
Yes, sorry, I have my mouth full. I'm eating popcorn as we speak.
So outside the Town Square Theatre, we have a beautiful view of Pumpkin Land.
Decorations are up and they look beautiful. I mean, it's August and it's 90 degrees, but it's still beautiful.
Yeah, it's Halloween season here.
Yes.
But we are not here to talk about Halloween season. Oh, no. We are here to talk a little bit about food and wine and our strategy, what we ate, and our thoughts.
Yeah, it was a good time. We got there for opening day, which I thought was going to be absolutely insane, but we timed it right where we didn't try to walk in with the sea of people going in to grab all their merch and food. We waited a little bit, did a little studios in the morning, and by the time we got there, plenty of merch, no lines, and it was a good time.
When we say we did a little bit of DHS, we did one thing.
Yeah. Yes, just...
No, correction. Breakfast.
Yes.
Mickey
waffles, yep.
With bacon.
Bacon.
And then we rope dropped the Villain show.
Yeah, had to see that again. I had seen it previously, but this time, yeah, I had this trip, had to see it again. It's that good.
I think that was my third viewing. I've had 2 viewings where I've seen Maleficent win and Captain Hook won.
Yeah, I was happy that we got a different ending this time.
And I remember the last time I was in that theatre, we'd gone to see the Cars show.
Yeah, what an amazing transformation. I mean, they turned it in from like bench seating with screens everywhere to a Broadway quality theater. I mean, it just incredible. I wouldn't have expected that.
The wallpaper design is villainesque. The whole stage is surrounded by mirrors, and the music, the characters bring the energy.
Oh, it was amazing. And just the fact that I think they had every single villain that's ever been in a Disney film. I mean, they just kept popping up in every different mirror. They didn't all get a lot of time, but you saw them all, which was really cool.
Absolutely. And there was some I didn't recognize.
I know, there was some I'm like, I don't know who that is, but I'm not going to say that. I don't want to get my card revoked.
Yeah. And then we had 3 real-life actors come on one by one.
Yep.
And it goes in the order of my favourite, Cruella, because her quick costume change.
Quick change was amazing, and it just like totally catches you off guard because you're not expecting that. Like, and all of a sudden it's like, wait, how did that happen?
Is it 3 or 4 changes?
3,
or
maybe
something?
4. Maybe it was 4. If it was that fast, I might have missed one.
Wow, amazing. Then we have Captain Hook, and the backdrops change. There's the crocodile. There's Mr. Smee.
Cannon smoke shooting out of the walls. Yeah, just so impressive.
Oh, and we missed out that on the Cruella part, you have bubbles filled with smoke.
Oh, yeah.
Which, amazing, were to represent the spots of her beloved furs that she loves.
Yeah, no, that was great.
Yeah, loved it. And then final one was Maleficent, and she had a presence.
She did. She comes out and the crowd just goes wild. Now, spoiler, I'm just going to let you know, she didn't win on this one, which I was surprised because the crowd was definitely cheering for her more than anybody else. But, it was Captain Hook's time for a little spotlight.
Yeah.
So.
And if you are planning a DHS date, you need to program in the opportunity to see this at least twice.
Yeah.
I would recommend seeing it possibly first towards the back to get an overall viewpoint, and then seeing it maybe a little bit closer up if you want to get some good video or photos of the show. The makeup is phenomenal.
Yeah,
the presence of those 3 characters is sublime. It's amazing.
And then you actually do get the 2 other characters as well, except they're not physically there. Maybe they are at some point, but we got Hades and Jafar are on video screens, and they're singing their songs and kind of interacting with the crowd as well. So that was kind of nice.
I feel it's also got the scope for Disney to bring in other villains when they wish to. So not necessarily those three, bringing in some of the other ones that
Absolutely.
would really make this an attraction you want to go to again. And I really hope it's not a temporary location.
Yeah, let's hope that stays, because that was top notch.
It,
Oh, look, it's Elena of Avalor. She just happens to be cruising by.
in her big dress.
Nice when you can actually do this from the park and things are happening around
Yeah,
you.
because we had the train just come
Yeah.
by, and you can
Oh,
hear
wait,
the
the backwards train.
The backwards chain,
Yes.
yeah. It goes backwards from Main Street to Fantasyland, and then forwards Fantasyland to... Yeah, I'm going to have to go on that as well.
Yeah.
So we slightly digressed, because the main thing we were going to talk about is going to Food and Wine.
That's right, I forgot, but that's what we were talking
Yeah,
about.
so we got there about 11:30, and we decided our first stop was to look around all the merch, and we arrived via the Skyliner, so we sort of meandered straight up and started hitting the merchandise locations, because we have a joint obsession with getting the set of whatever we collect, and we both collect the little porcelain china trash cans.
Yeah, the salt and pepper shakers, gotta have them.
And the beauty being, David being an annual pass holder, there's an annual pass one and a regular guest one. And normally when you come later in the month, there's none left.
Yeah, pass holder stuff it goes so fast. So the fact that we were here, and it wasn't just in Creations, they had the festival like booths set up everywhere, and there was full racks of everything. You didn't miss out on anything.
And we felt this year's merchandise was focusing mainly on three main characters.
Yeah. What do we have? Figment. We have the Mickey group, of course, and then
Muppets.
Oh, the Muppets. Yeah.
Oh.
Muppets. Wait, there's a fourth collection too, though, wasn't there?
Figment, Mickey. My mind's gone
Oh,
blank.
Ratatouille.
Ratatouille as
How
well.
did I
So
forget
there's
that one?
4 different ones. And with the Muppets, it's all Muppets Lab. So it's
Bunsen,
Honeydew,
and Beaker. Yeah.
And oh my word, the merch. There's 2 different sizes of lug bags. There's also a beaker-shaped packed lunch bag with a beaker on the back, and then Bunsen, Honeydew, and Beaker on the front. And it's just fabulous.
Yeah, no, it was great.
And that wasn't ridiculously priced. That was $40.
Yeah,
The
that was
lugs
very
were $65, going up to $135 for the big one. Plentiful merch, loving the different ranges, and you managed to buy ears. You got
Yeah, I walked out with a
shirts.
full bag of stuff.
So we had to slightly deviate from our plan, because our plan was to go and just do the entire festival. But because we'd got all the merch we wanted, we decided to go back to the hotel, drop the merch off, and then go back in and stock up on our food. So
Well, I don't think we could have rode any attractions if I kept that big giant bag with me the whole time. So yeah, it
No way.
had to be dropped off.
And we will say before we get into the food talk, this was David's first ride on the new improved test track.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts?
I thought it was great. It still throws you around like the old test track, but what they did inside, they did a great job. There's trying to think of
Well, if we rewind it back to how it was on the second version of Test Track, which was basically painted black MDF
Yes.
with blue light strips,
yeah, no,
and there wasn't much immersion in that part of the test facility at all, whereas with the first one you knew you were test vehicle dummies, so you didn't expect a great deal of theming. But the second one, because you were designing your own vehicle, you expected theming. There wasn't theming. This time they've now got rid of all the test track trying to put together your own vehicle, but
and now you drive through. There's some great scenes.
Yeah.
You're driving through the woods, and you're driving through different landscapes. Driving through the city. The truck still pops out and tries to run you over, but you avoid them, luckily.
Yeah.
And then there's some new stuff in there that we won't spoil, so
Yeah.
you should definitely check it out.
there's the garage scene, so you get to see your vehicle in different overlays as well.
Right, that's right.
And then, as David alluded, the bit before you go outside and speed like a lunatic, that is phenomenal.
Yeah, it's
That
great.
is amazing. And be prepared to be blown away by it.
Yeah, definitely.
So our first piece of food we decided to go for was the fall cheesecake. And whilst it was hotter than hell, we thought, we had to have the food that we'd put on my list, the Royal We, on my list. And this was at Mild and Mulled. And we had the fall cheesecake featuring Boursin fig and balsamic cheese with pomegranate and candied pecans. We liked the base. It was nice and soft like a really nice fall flavours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that was very good.
The cheesy cake bit.
It was cheesecake.
Yeah.
It was nothing to write home about, but the combination of the crust and the other little bits on it, it did a nice job.
3 Austins.
Yeah, sure.
We'll go
I'll
3
with
Austins. The next one we got from the same booth, I personally think was a good one. Apple, cinnamon and caramel mini churro sundae with vanilla bean gelato. And this was a new one for this year, and we got 10 mini churros.
No, it was a good portion. The little bit of apple, kind of apple chutney on the side that
was
you could scoop up.
plentiful.
Yeah, and the ice cream, and we were able to eat it before it melted completely.
The ice cream did turn into a liquid mush very, very quickly. I would be giving that one possibly 4 Austins.
I would do 4 on that.
It was particularly tasty. We enjoyed it. Then we went inside the Odyssey building, and there were some interesting names on there with the wings, wasn't there?
Yeah, the unnecessarily hot wings. I thought, okay, I like the name, but not my cup of tea. I can't do spice like that. So I got the Korean barbecue wings, which actually still had some heat to it, but they were good and messy. Lots of sauce on it.
Oh, God, yeah. Take wet
covered.
wipes. Because literally ears to face everywhere.
Yeah.
I didn't have anything to eat here because I'm not a wings girl, but there was an amazing slushy pomegranate orange frozen tea that had a creamsicle pop topping that was really frozen on the top. It was $5 and you got a takeaway beaker. Okay, plastic, but a good quality
a little
plastic.
something to take home with you.
And for $5, I'm in.
Yeah.
Apart from me spilling it all down my t-shirt.
Yeah.
It does get out with a little bit of detergent, guys, so wear a bib when you go there.
Yeah, you should just have one on for the whole festival.
Absolutely. So we then decided to have a wander. We went past quite a few booths and nothing really caught our fancy at all until we got to the booth, and I believe this one was the Alps booth.
Oh, yes. You got your ham and cheese.
Oh,
yeah. That was good.
warm raclette, Swiss cheese and alpine ham with baby potatoes, cornichons and baguette. And the baguette was 4 or 5 pieces.
Yeah, no, it was a good sized piece.
And there was so much cheese.
Yeah, I mean, you and I both made a little kind of mini ham sandwich out of it.
Yeah.
So that was good.
It's a 50-cent upcharge for the ham, and unless you don't eat ham, eat ham.
Yeah,
It was probably a highlight, and that's definitely a 5 Austin.
definitely. Yeah, that was
It
good.
was tasty, and I didn't mind so much eating molten cheese on a hot day for that one.
Yeah, no, that was good.
I really, really enjoyed that. We then had a Basque cheesecake with orange sauce from Spain, another new item, and we felt,
Yeah, it was okay.
I'd
It's
say
okay.
2 Austins for me.
Yeah, two works. I would say 2.
The Spanish way of making a cheesecake, there's no base, so it is just purely the cheesy bit with some nice orange, a couple of segments, but nah.
Yeah, no, and it was not our intention to make this a cheesecake tour of food and wine, but somehow we ended up cheesecake at every single thing we did.
What do you mean? It was always my intention to make it a cheesecake
Oh,
tour.
okay. I'm sorry. I wasn't informed of that.
Yeah, I didn't sell it to you as the cheesecake tour. I just sold it to you as let's go to food and wine.
Well, I enjoyed it.
Good. We went to Brazil and we had the Brazilian cheese bread.
Yeah, no cheesecake at this one, but we had cheese bread. So
Yeah.
as long as there's cheese involved,
yeah.
we're happy.
And these came out, they're looking like big lumps of coal, but bread coloured, not coal coloured. And they were hot.
Oh my god, yeah, that was like they just came out of however they cooked them. I'm not sure how, but they were like on fire.
It was like little balls of the sun.
You had your little portable fan you held up to them just to try to
Cool them down, cool down, I want to eat you. For me, the cheese inside, I've never had cheese bread before. That is of the Brazilian style. I would have liked something with it because it was just like eating a very thick bechamel, and it just needed a little bit of onion jam or
just
something.
a little something. Yeah, and I guess because it was so hot, I was thinking the cheese would be softer.
And
like
stringier, like mozzarella.
Yeah, no, it was very, very solid.
Yeah.
I mean, still, it was tasty, but just not exactly what I expected.
I'm going to cut Austin in half on this one and give him 2.5.
Okay. Half an Austin for
you
you,
go?
half an Austin for me.
Okay, so where else did we go? We went to Hawaii.
Yes, it was lovely.
Hawaii was amazing. Unfortunately, we didn't see Duffy and Friends, but we did meet an amazing pineapple cheesecake.
Cheesecake again, amazing.
Passion fruit curd, macadamia nuts. It was fresh from the chiller, so it was cool.
And in the shape
Oh.
of a pineapple, which was,
Yeah,
just makes it that little extra.
it did, and it was $5.25, and we shared. And at this point, Michelle wishes she hadn't have shared because I would have quite happily eaten the whole thing.
Absolutely.
It was light. It was a pineapple flavour, but not overly pineapple with the macadamias. It was absolutely fabulous, and I'm going to give it top marks.
Oh yeah, that's a 5.
Absolutely.
No doubt.
I'm just trying to think of what else cheesiness we had.
Well, I know we had to do enough to get our little special treat because you had the if you got the certain number of stamps, you got a little special treat.
I think that's
for
our
completing
5.
it. That might be it, yeah.
And we didn't know what the reward was. You made a prediction.
Well, I had a cookie last time I did one of these, get the stamps, and I think that was a holiday thing. So yeah, last time I did it was a cookie. But this time you were very excited because what did you finally get?
Key lime Dole Whip.
Yes, delicious.
And it's the exact same they sell at the Quick Serve over at Old Key West, but this is free.
Yes,
And
and a souvenir cup.
And a souvenir
So
cup,
I came away with 2 cups on this one.
which has Emile's Fromage Montage
There you go.
on it. And we shared. It was delightful. It didn't melt too quickly
No,
either.
it held up pretty good.
It just got demolished very quickly, and we cleaned out the cup, and the cup got in the bag, and the bag is going home with 2 surprise little pieces of plasticware, which we are informed by Vicky not to put in the dishwasher, ladies and gentlemen,
There you go.
because it'll have a meltdown. Now, as we were wandering around the World Showcase, there was lots of other protein-rich options. You had the sliders
Yes,
over
I did
at
get a slider in
America.
America. Yep, and that was very
Which-
good. I would have held on the. I don't remember what they call it. Had a special name for, but it's basically peppers on it.
Yeah.
And a lot of them. So I would have held off on that. But the meat was delicious. The bread was good. So yeah, I would definitely get that again. Just hold the peppers.
Yeah. We didn't have to wait overly long in any lines or anything, so that
No.
was a plus point for us.
Absolutely.
It was a nice little special thing when you go up with your 5 stamps and you get your completion one. The cast members in the booth, they go, yay,
Yeah, they cheer you
celebration,
on.
and they cheer you on, and they're giving us food for free, which obviously is a rarity. And we saw a bit of a celeb throughout the day, didn't we?
Yeah, they were doing some filming for Disney parks. They were promoting food and wine, and they were filming at all the booths. And so we ran into them a couple of times. Yeah.
Quite an entourage,
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
For those of you who know who he is, Page and Mr. Morrow was the face of food and wine, and Disney Parks had literally a mobile sort of
they
film
have-
studio.
Yeah. They were just rolling carts of camera equipment and lighting and
Makeup,
makeup.
dabbing
Even
him down with a
I was
towel.
gonna say the one poor girl that had to keep wiping his forehead.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was quite interesting from a production point of view, seeing what went into it, because he must have been there 6-7 hours.
Yeah, well, every time we kind of, we didn't follow him around, but it seemed like he would just pop up randomly, like, oh, we're getting our Dole Whip.
Yeah.
He did the challenge, and so they filmed him getting his.
He was following
Dole-
us.
Oh, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh,
wasn't
we
stalking Mr. Morrow. It
No.
was Mr. Morrow stalking us.
Yeah, we're more trendsetters, so he was just following our
Yeah,
trend.
absolutely. Oh, those guys over there have got the key line Dole Whip. Let's follow them.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah. So that was a really fun day at Food and Wine. And then the very last thing we particularly enjoyed, and we're going to briefly touch on it, is having food. This morning we went to Topolino's Terrace,
Yes.
floor 10 at the Riviera for breakfast. Oh my Lord.
Yeah, that was really good. Really good. And the
Fabulous
the
service.
the Danish or the croissant / Danish muffin bowl that they bring you to start the meal is just fabulous.
Jaw dropped to the ground because we didn't finish the little paint pot of delicacies. There was some fruit syrup with strawberries in and a chocolate spread and whipped butter. There were croissants, chocolate pillows, which are a smaller version of pain au chocolat. There was a blueberry muffin with a
had more kind of-
streusel
yeah,
topping.
yep.
And then there was something else we didn't even eat. And it came with the little artist palettes to spread your sauces. And you had a choice of a quiche gruyere, a fruit plate. But guys, if you're going and paying for this, because it's a set price, don't order fruit.
Yeah.
Avocado and smoked bacon toast, eggs Benedict Florentine, 2 eggs any style, wild mushroom scramble, which is your plant-based option, so it's plant-based eggs, sour cream waffle, wood-fired steak and eggs, and French toast.
Yes. And those last two are what we took. French
Yeah.
toast for me and wood-fired steak and eggs for you.
On a base of polenta, I had 2 poached eggs, pompadour tomatoes, roasted potatoes, which were amazing, and wild mushroom conserve. So fabulous.
Yeah, and then we had a little special treat. A couple of Mickey waffles on a stick. They brought us as a little extra.
Yeah, which we didn't know about, which was a nice touch. And then obviously we met the characters as they meandered around. We got a printed postcard with their autographs. And then we went outside to take pictures of the 3 theme parks you can view from the terrace.
Yeah, it's a beautiful view, and the interaction with the characters was great. I even watched Donald and Daisy have a little to do, but Daisy let him know she was keeping an eye on him. So
Oh, you know who wears the trousers in that duck
absolutely,
family.
Absolutely.
So we highly recommend it for $52.
Yeah.
I felt it was a good way to start the day. Well, an excellent way to start the day. Delicious food, amazing characters, great view. Eduardo, top server. We were in and out in an hour.
Yeah, that was great, and we were on our way to Magic Kingdom. It was
And we had
perfect.
a perfect last full day in the park for me. And David now literally is rushing to get his flight home.
Yes, I'm heading home, unfortunately.
But it has been a delight catching up with you and being able to catch this little bit of a mini
Yes,
trip
yes,
report
this was
from
great.
our time together.
Yeah, this was great. Let's do it again. When's the next festival?
When I've recovered from spending on this festival.
Oh yeah, that's right. Money. I always forget about the money part.
Yeah.
That's tricky. Okay.
Festival of the Holidays. This Food and Wine's on till like November.
Oh yeah, we don't need to come back for that right now.
You'll come back.
Let's save some money.
Yeah. But until then, it's a goodbye from me.
And goodbye from me.